welcome to Slow Flow for morning. If you have a block or a pillow or blanket, something that you can prop your hips up on, I'm recommending that as you come with legs crossed for Siddhasana Easy Pose. So sitting up on that block so that your hips can be supported. You can walk your feet out so that they're relatively underneath your knees. Sitting up nice and tall, palms down, closing the eyes, and just going into your breath. As you sit here, try to get any wiggles out of the way and get comfortable. This slow flow for morning is going to be about 20 to 30 minutes. Going to help waken up your body, waken up the sharpness of your mind. So just sitting here, breathing in and out, and remaining still. I'm going to guide you as you sit here for the first few minutes, breathing, through a little bit of an intention setting or guided meditation. So I want you to just hear this first word I say and just breathe on it. So, presence. And when I say presence, I mean Presence, presence. Again, breathing in and out on this word. Seeing what comes up for you as you hear it. And maybe you can choose to focus on listening to your presence in your body, the presence around you, the presence of your mind. Continuing as you breathe in and out through your nose. Are you able to remain receptive and see if you can visualize where you are right now as you breathe? So in this presence, listening to that presence of yourself, the space around you, remaining receptive enough to see if you can again visualize yourself where you are right now. Continue to breathe in and out through the nose. As you breathe in and out with your eyes closed, I want you to focus in even deeper on this present moment. So know that presence can be defined or understood as the state of existing, occurring, or being present in a place or time. So I'm calling you into this attention to this really focused, seated meditation on the presence of the mind, the presence of the body, which is the ability to really remain calm and take quick, sensible action. So again, listening to your presence, remaining receptive, visualizing your present moment of your body and mind, continuing to breathe in and out. Bring the hands together at the chest, so palms together, thumbs at the breastbone. See if you can lengthen your spine even more, sitting up taller. Eyes can still remain closed or a soft gaze down at the floor. Let's take 3 cleansing breaths. So it's going to be an inhale through the nose and an exhale through the mouth. So inhale fully, exhale through the mouth. Another inhale, exhale side out, inhale, exhale. Take one more moment to really hone in on that presence. Keep that presence through our practice. Continue to stay receptive as we move. Continue to stay listening. Gently blink the eyes open, release your hands. Come off of your block for this next part. So you can set that block to the side or blanket, whatever you're sitting on, move it to the side. And then bring your hands back to your knees. And if you can, reach to the front so you're able to really kind of hold on to your knees. And I just want you to kind of let your chin go towards your chest, rounding your spine here a little. You might feel your hips rock back. That's okay. Again, chin towards the chest, letting your belly kind of move back and down, rounding the spine here. Shoulders can droop inward. And then inhale, come to sit back upright. We're going to take real nice, juicy, slow circles. So I want you to think about rocking slightly with your chest over towards the right, then forward towards that right knee, nice and slow, and then to center in between the knees, over to the left, back, and then upright. So continuing to move right, nice slow circles, moving the spine, awakening your body. Again, nice slow circles. So try to slow it down as much as you can. There's a tendency as you begin to circle to kind of go super fast, like a little kid. Slow it down. Maybe even if you feel tight in certain areas, pausing there. Just a few more times going right. Again, circling out the spine here. Maybe close your eyes. Really tap into this moment here as you move. Next time that you come upright, pause there for a breath. So take an inhale, sitting up tall, and an exhale. And then we're going to circle to the left. So kind of out to the left, and towards the left knee, center, over to the right, back, and upright. Again, moving in these slow circles, awakening your spine, awakening your body. Maybe this time as you move in the circle, you let the shoulders get a little attitude with it so they move as well. Maybe your elbows kind of move a little bit more. Again, slow and steady, not super fast and jerky. Maybe even feel what your belly and hips are doing as you circle. Just a few more, still breathing, still moving. Maybe for this last circle, closing the eyes. And then coming upright, sitting up nice and tall. Hands again are still on the fronts of the knees, giving a little tug, sit up even taller. Can you lift your chest, maybe lift your gaze, taking a slight arch in the spine here, really lifting your chest, lifting your gaze. Chin may lift up, maybe bend the elbows, really arching the spine. And then exhale, slowly begin to bring the chin towards the chest, rounding the spine. So on your inhale, I want you to begin to arch the spine, lifting your chest, pulling the chest in between your arms, lifting your chin. It should feel good, deep stretch. And then exhale as you round the spine. Chin towards the chest, belly concaving back in. Inhale, arching the spine. Exhale, rounding the spine. And a few more like this. So really working the focus of as you arch the spine, bending the elbows, giving a tug, lifting your chin up nice and tall, and as you exhale, letting your chin come towards your chest, letting the belly droop back, maybe even the hips sink back. And then inhale, arching the spine. And then exhale, rounding the spine. And we're gonna hold this round here. Really let yourself round in. Let the chin come towards the chest. Feel that rounding. Feel what that does. Maybe it might feel good. It might stretch in between the shoulder blades. You might feel that, especially if you are kind of a back sleeper. This will feel really good to get that stretch there. If you sleep on your side also. And then inhale, come back up into that arching of the spine. Take this like really exaggerated, really bend your elbows, get that arch, lift your chin the highest you can, still breathing in and out. Getting the biggest arch here. If you're a belly sleeper, this one probably feels great because you're stretching that belly, opening your chest. Take the shoulders back even if you can. Yeah, and shoulders down as well. Yeah, away from the ears. And then inhale, come back up to center. So sitting up nice and tall. Inhale, stretch the arms up overhead. And then exhale, we're gonna turn and twist towards the left to start. So right hand on the outside of the left knee, left fingertips behind. Sitting up nice and tall as you twist. And then as you twist, let the knees stay down. Let the twist happen from your belly first, so firming up the belly to twist, then your shoulders. Know that this is a morning flow, so you don't have to really force the twist if it's not happening. Your spine is just waking up, your body's waking up. You're just coming into this present moment on your mat, so let it naturally happen, don't force it. Take one more breath here. Inhale, see if you can twist just a little further. And then exhale, come back to center. Sitting up tall. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, twisting over towards the right. So left hand to the outside of the right knee. Right fingertips are behind you, sitting up nice and tall. So here's the key thing, especially in the morning. Again, the knees might try to pop up as you pull on the knee. Try to let the knees, come down. And just a little bit extra here as you twist. Why you want to twist from the belly first? You want to get that twisting action happening. So for here, it's the lower left belly twisting up in the direction of your right shoulder. So you're twisting across your body. This ensures that you're not just twisting through your shoulders, your upper spine, but engaging your belly, twisting through the belly, which helps then twist the mid and lower back. You might feel a little stretch in the outer hips if you're tight. One more breath here, maybe taking the gaze back over your shoulder. Exhale, come forward, back to center. And then I'm gonna call you in to bring your soles of the feet together, knees wide. Now again, morning flow, don't force your knees down, but I am gonna ask you to grab a hold of your ankles. You're not gonna press down with your elbows this morning. Let the legs be where they are. Stay in that presence of your body. Where are you at currently? Can you visualize where you are even if you close your eyes? And then I want you to inhale, give a little tug on those ankles, sit up nice and tall. Can you pull your chest through your arms slightly, lifting your gaze so you're looking straight ahead? And then exhale, folding forward, lifting almost the belly up and over your hips. Pause where you're at when you start to feel yourself rounding your spine. So only go as deep as your spine allows you. So I know sometimes we try to reach forward and get our head to the floor, especially if we're in a more heated posture. We're not going to do that. We're going to remain receptive to our body. We're going to lengthen our spine, lifting our chest as we fold forward. And then pausing wherever we're at. Continue to press your feet against one another. And again, only folding in to the depth of your body where it's allowing you to go right now. Continue to breathe in and out, maybe closing your eyes for these last 2 breaths. Inhale, bring the gaze forward, and then exhale, rise back up. Uncross the legs or release the soles of the feet together. Come on over into tabletop pose. So in your tabletop pose, see that your knees are directly underneath your hips, hands shoulder distance apart underneath your shoulders. Good, and even firm up the belly here just a little. I know it's a morning practice, but we want the spine to be long, and we want the belly to be engaged. So you're not arching, you're not rounding yet, you're just in a neutral spine. Let your gaze be down and slightly forward. This way your neck stays nice and long as well. You can have toes tucked or untucked. And we're gonna take a few cat-cows, but before we go there, just feel your tabletop. Take one cleansing breath with eyes closed. So close the eyes, inhale deeply, and then exhale, sigh it out. Yeah. Inhale, let the belly go towards the floor, cow pose. So letting belly go towards the floor, pulling your chest in between your arms, maybe lifting the gaze, letting your shoulders move back so you can really open up your chest, arms staying long. Holding here for our first one. Still breathing. If you're holding your inhale, take an exhale even as you hold. Breathe here in your cow pose. And now exhale, begin to round the spine like a Halloween cat. Really press into your hands to round that space in between your shoulder blades. Let chin come towards the chest, nice, beautiful here. Pull the belly in and up as you round. Hold here, but still breathing. And then inhale, cow pose, arching the spine, pulling chest forward. Slight belly engagement so that you're not overarching in your lower back. You want to feel like you're really pressing your chest forward in between your arms. Exhale, round, cat pose. So now moving at your own breath pace. So inhale when you are ready, and exhale when you are ready. So moving at your own breath pace. If you wish, you can kind of pause and hold your breath for maybe a count of 1 or 2 as you move in between your cat and cow. Continuing to breathe. Continuing to move in and out from the cat and cow. Just wakening up your spine. You might feel as you're here moving in your cat and cow that there's some also awakening happening in your arms, your wrists, maybe your hips and feet. Depending on the placement of your feet, whether toes are tucked or top of foot, you might feel an awakening there. And then one more cycle of your cow and then your cat. And I'm going to call you into child's pose. So you got your cow, and then your cat, and then you're going to go to child's pose. So big toes together, knees wide apart, maybe even as wide as the mat. Make this a really juicy. Notice I've used that word I think twice now. Let the hips sink back towards your heels. Let your arms reach forward, but bend your elbows a little this morning. Let the elbows and the lower forearm rest onto the ground. Let your forehead and maybe the tip of your nose touch your mat. Keep letting your hips sink back. Breathing here. If you can, really let your belly relax. Let the belly almost melt in between your thighs or press into your thighs. Still breathing in and out here. One more deep breath here. So inhale fully through the nose, and even exhale fully through the nose. Nice and easy. Come back up so you're in tabletop pose. And then shift your weight back so it's towards your heels. So shifting your weight back towards your heels. Tucking the toes under, and then slowly bringing yourself up to a forward fold. You can be anywhere on your mat. You don't have to be at the front of your mat. Maybe come forward just a little bit so you're in the frame. And then bend the knees a little bit as you get this first forward fold. So bending the knees, belly should be definitely touching your thighs, and then grabbing opposite elbows. So grabbing opposite elbows, letting your head and neck really just naturally go in the direction of the floor. Don't try to force your head up. Keep the head just resting downward. Letting your belly, again, touch your thighs. Knees are bent. And then you're just going to get a little sway with the elbows side to side. Hips might join in. Might feel a little rock even. And make it as big or small as you want. Again, just kind of moving here a little. You might even, if you like, take kind of like figure 8 motions. Maybe as you rock, you shake your head yes and then no. Always ending back on the yes. I'm going to end on that positive. So ending on the yes. And then come back into stillness. Let your palms come down to the floor. Inhale, lift halfway, knees can stay bent. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rising up, reaching up. And then exhale, hands to heart. Come to stand at the top of your mat. Feet together, heels slightly parted, arms down by the side. Palms facing forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. We're going to do 2 more like that, these half suryas. Just really, again, surya would be your sun salutation, so we're just doing a few little half suryas. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Slight bend to knees. Inhale, lift halfway. In this halfway lift, I want you to press your hands into your shins. So I want you to stay really conscious of what your body is doing when you lift halfway. Your gaze should be slightly down and forward. And then exhale, fold. Again, knees staying bent. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. And we're going to do one more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Knees slightly bent. Inhale, lift halfway. The halfway lift, I want you to press your hands into your shins. Get a long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart. So we are going to take one Surya A, no chaturanga. Okay? Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway, hands on the shins, long spine. Exhale, plant your hands, step back for plank. And as soon as you get into your plank pose, you're going to lower your knees, chest, and then chin. Inhale, baby cobra, just barely pulling your chest forward and up, keeping the elbows bent. Exhale, lower your chest back down. And then you're going to press back for child's pose, not downward facing dog. So press back, child's pose. Beautiful. Hold here in your child's pose. This is your down dog, so hold here. So inhale. I want you to lift the hips, lift your chest. You are going to tuck your toes under just so that you can lift the hips enough to step forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Take a breath here, closing the eyes. We're going to flow to coming down onto our back. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant your palms, step it back, lower the knees, and however you want to make it onto your back. So I'm going to use Bryant as my demo here, so that way I'm able to show you really what I want you to be doing. So bend your knees, plant your feet on the ground. And we're going to start with the right leg crossing over the left. So right foot and ankle is going to cross over the left knee. So we're going to take thread the needle pose. Before you do anything else though, flex that right foot. That right foot has to be flexed. As you bring the entire situation of your legs towards you, your hands are going to reach one between the opening, like the thread the needle. And I'm going to encourage you, instead of grabbing onto your shin, grab onto the back of the leg. Let your head stay on the ground, shoulder on the ground. And as you are here, as you pull the leg inward, not forcing the pull, thinking more about letting this right knee move forward, right thigh move forward, you'll feel a deeper stretch. If you want to feel even more engagement, you can flex your left foot as well. And I'm going to encourage you to not let your tailbone come off the ground. So as long as your tailbone is on the ground, stay there. If you pull your legs back and you're just kind of almost rocking on your spine because you're over rounding your spine is still staying long. One more breath here on this side. Yeah. Gently release, uncross the legs. Both knees should be bent. Breathe here. So left ankle is going to cross over the right knee. So crossing legs, left foot's got to be flexed. Super flexed here. It's really key because it keeps that engagement so that your knee and your left thigh can stay moving forward once you pull in. So as your legs come towards you, again, keeping the tailbone on the floor, grabbing a hold of just the back of the leg, not your shin. maybe flexing your right foot, head staying on the ground, shoulders staying on the ground. Spine long as you pull the legs in. Can you think about your left foot flexing? Your left knee and left thigh is moving towards the other edge of your mat, so moving away from you. One more breath here, breathing in and out through that nose. Let's take one more breath. Yeah. And release that, thread the needle. So in your posture here with your knees bent, I'm going to encourage you to take just a few windshield wipers. Hopefully you're not near a wall like Brian is. So you can bring your arms open so that you make a cactus shape. And then you're just going to let the feet walk mat distance apart and then letting the knees drop side to side. A few windshield wipers here. Letting the knees drop as you rock. Can be as small of windshield wipers as you want, or it can be as big. And however you're moving, see if you can make it relatively slow. So some people want to like whip their knees side to side. Let's not do that. Still make it an action of staying present. You might feel a massage on your lower back, maybe the outer hips. Just a few more side to side. And then hug your knees into your chest. Exhale, round the spine, forehead up towards the knees. And then exhale, lowering the head back down, letting the legs come long, opening the feet up, arms down by the side, palms up, making your way into Shavasana. So as you come into your Shavasana, you should really feel that this slow flow helped you to become a little more connected with your body, helped you maybe sharpen up the mind to come into this present moment. But in this moment, I really just want you to begin to rest. Think of this as your morning nap. And I'm going to share this one little quote with you as you lie here with your eyes closed. And then I will let you stay here for about a minute or two, really holding your Shavasana in silence. So as you lie here, letting your breath be natural, just moving in and out through your nose as if you were about to fall asleep. When we think about this presence of our body and visualizing it, listening to the presence of our body, it made me think of this quote that I had read a little while back in The Art of Attention. And the quote was from Madame de Salzman. And she says, "The sense of my life today is to be entirely available to the presence in me, through a state in which I will be completely passive and yet awake." So leaving you on that, stay here for another minute, holding steady, holding still, breathing in and out, and allowing yourself to truly come into that deeper Shavasana. without moving quite yet. See if you can come in to even more stillness. See if you can really listen and visualize the presence of yourself right now where you're at. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Stretch your arms up overhead. Take a nice full body stretch. And then hug your knees into your chest. Roll onto your right side. And then with your eyes staying closed, bring yourself up to a comfortable seat. We'll end class together today. Crossing the legs, however is comfortable for you. Eyes closed, palms coming together again, thumbs at the chest. Sitting up tall. Take a deep cleansing breath together to end our practice. So inhale fully. Exhale out the mouth. Inhale. And exhale. Namaste. Thank you for joining me for Slow Flow for morning.